Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. Today we are back at D23 Expo for day 3 of the convention. Have had a blast so far this weekend. Always is a great time coming to D23. We have one last day today. Have a lot more to see on the show floor. Gonna try to do a little bit more shopping. I have a couple things that I want to do today. One, I want to try to see if I can get over to the Ravensburger booth for Lorcana. See if I can pick myself up that promo card and the collector's box. Another priority for me, over at Loungefly, they're going to be doing a signing with Bob Gurr. If you're one of the first 150 people to the booth and you purchase something, you get a wristband to come back later to get something signed by Bob Gurr. They're selling the Bob Gurr Funko Pop. I was able to get one, but we might not get a bag or something over there too. So that's another thing I really want to do. But then also there are a few booths we have not been able to check out yet, like FX. I know the Disney Plus one has like Bluey and Bingo. So there's a ton of stuff to see today. So now we're walking over to Hall D for us to queue up to go on to the show floor. But down at Hall D, that's where they have the Lorcana wristband distribution. But they started at about 5 a.m. So I don't know if they have any left. I was just so tired I could not get up at 5 a.m. this morning. But hopefully they have some left. And it gives you a return time for later in the day. They should also have some like standby later in the day too, so hopefully we get lucky. We'll be able to stop by there. Now I am down here in Hall D and I came all the way to the back corner where they're doing the Lorcana wristband distribution. Looks like they're still giving out the wristband, so I'm in luck today. I didn't have to get here at 5 a.m., but of course probably gonna have a later time. Wristband is secured for Ravensburger. It's gonna be for 1 p.m., which I don't think is too bad. They should still have stuff available. I talked to someone yesterday at the booth. They said they have a lot of promo cards, so I'm sure I'll be able to get a promo card. As far as the collector set, don't know if that'll be available, but hopefully we can pick one up. We've now made it onto the show floor for day 3. We're first gonna be heading to the Loungefly booth and try to see if we can maybe, just maybe, buy something to get a chance to meet Bob Gurr. That would be amazing to get that pop signed. And then we're passing by the Lorcana booth. We'll be stopping by that a little bit later at 1 o'clock. And then there's a lot of stuff to see, like the Avatar booth is definitely a must as well. I think Lucasfilm, we still need to check out Disney Plus. There's so much to see over here. And then we made it to the front of the line for Loungefly and we were able to get our wristband. This is our return time for the Bob Gurr signing. We will get the pop at the signing. That is so cool. Now we're gonna go check out the Avatar Pavilion. This thing looks absolutely beautiful. Have some different like statues and things from the movie. It's like you're actually walking into Pandora. Look at these detailed statues of Jake Sully and Neytiri here. Whoa, that is crazy. And then you have the Avatar sign. They have some of the costumes on display from the Water Tribe and the Way of Water. And then they even have this photo up with these life-size of Jake and Neytiri. Check this out. We have a giant Ikron or Banshee here. Oh my gosh. Look at the detail on this thing here. It's even growling at me. And then they have the interactive shoulder Banshee on display too. And it looks like he was just walking by with one.
And eventually she's going to grow up to be one of the most ferocious aerial predators on Pandora. But for the moment, they're still relatively approachable at this age, which is great. However, she hasn't had breakfast yet, so let's keep all fingers and toes and vital organs. Well, I don't know what that is, but I think she wants it.
Then as you walk out, you actually get a poster to take home. Next, we're hoping to check out the Marvel TVA experience, which I've seen is amazing. But right across from that, they have this X-Men 97 setup, where they have a wall with all the posters of the characters, which is awesome. And they also have Professor X's office. You have Magneto's helmet on the desk and the portrait. We have almost made it through the line for the TVA Marvel Studios experience. This thing looks super cool. They have a photo up there with the desk, some posters.
Welcome to your TVA training. Right behind me is your orientation. Please remember not to touch anything. Walk through any time doors. Good?
Good. Do not be afraid of the front of the room. It is just as dangerous as the back of the room. Come on in. The orientation should begin as soon as the instructor arrives. It should be about 3, 2, 1. Right on.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Time Variance Authority, the organization that monitors all of time. Pretty important stuff, isn't it? I'm Miss Minutes, and I'm here to welcome you to your future, working here at the TVA. Now you may be wondering, what role is right for me? Am I an intellectual analyst or a brawny Minuteman? Do I belong on the judge's bench or in the archivist's file room? Great news! It ain't up to you! We've already chosen your future for you. You may see our Minutemen who'll keep you on the right path through our incredible facility. Feel free to look through our time doors, but don't go walking in, Annie. You wouldn't want to break any rules on your first day at work, would ya? Run along now. And don't do anything I wouldn't do, or you'll be pruned out of existence. Have a lovely day!
And welcome to the Time Variance Authority. Have a lovely day.
Here, I'll pose for it. Huh? How do I look? You getting my good side?
Yes.
All right. Now, I gotta say, I've seen a lot of Terrans with ears on top of their head, but I ain't seen any yet that look like those. Is that some sort of special modification you got there?
Maybe.
Maybe. You're being very cagey about your modifications. Listen, I'm cagey about my modifications, too. But that's because I don't want anyone taking them. Is that what's happening with you?
Sure.
People keep trying to take your technology? Yeah, I had a feeling. Oh, see this one right next to you, trying to take it right now. You're over here paying. I'm sorry, I'm providing a distraction while you're being robbed. I swear it doesn't work for me, this one. I like that you're all doing a very good Drax impression. Just stand still until you're invisible. Yeah, all right. It's not bad, not bad. Hey, if you want to not stand still anymore, here's a great idea. Everybody turn around and walk out of here, because I got work to do. How's that sound? Huh?
So true.
Oh, so true. Listen, have I ever lied before in my life?
Definitely
Thank
not.
you. All right, clear out, will you? Yeah, it was good seeing me. Oh, what a pleasure it was to meet me.
Keep it going.
You can't believe how great it was to meet the great Rocket.
Do not walk or touch the time doors. Well, you are all currently standing in the Witch's Road. The only way you could have gotten here is through a time door. Yeah, that's, I've gotten, oops, whoops, and Rocket made me do it. Have been the most common responses to this, yes. So, I don't care how or why you're here now, but I have the right to prune each and every one of you. I know you've been promised that quite a bit today. Once again, I'm going to spare you, and I'm not going to do that, and there's for one reason. That is for the witch that's in these parts. Her name's Agatha Martinez, and I am terrified of her. Yeah, that's right, terrified. If I prune you, I'll be left alone to deal with her, and I don't want to deal with her, so I'm going to sacrifice you the rest of the way. Continue on. Yeah, you...
Archivist.
Thank you.
That's the toughest job, just so you know.
Now made it to Lorcana for a reservation time, and we were able to pick up the promo card of the Sorcerer Mickey. And they also gave us this really cool looking gold pin. And when we got up, it looks like this is what they had available. They had some things that sold out, like the playmat and one of the decks, but they do have one of the collector sets available. And we just got through the line and got our stuff. As soon as we got through the line, they opened it up to the public. And this is the crowd, everyone going crazy trying to get in. Things here at the convention is the fact that they have Mickey pretzels on the show floor and Mickey ice creams. But what's even better is that they're actually $4.50. That's even cheaper than the parks. We are now in line for the FX booth, and this looks really fun. They have a bunch of cool things like the bear is represented, so they have the kitchen right here. Some really fun cooks. We're coming into the FX booth, starting with the bear. This looks great. They have some fun things. Thank you. That out. Some nice toothpicks for after your meal. Here is some of the items that they had available here. A lot of them are sold out, but they had a ton of different giveaways. You come to take out and get a pin to go home with. Thank you so much, Chef. And as you walk out, you have a little Shogun exhibit here with some costumes. And then they also have a little American Horror Story section. And we're in the American Horror Story Wax House here. It's like a little exhibit with some creepy things from the show. Now we're back over at the Loungefly booth because it's now our time for our Bob Gurr signing. It's finally 3:15. I'm super excited to be able to meet him and get that pop signed. And there is legendary Disney Imagineer Bob Gurr signing his own Funko Pop. This is such a cool experience. We are back at the Imagineering Pavilion as we are now in line for the reveal room, which they just opened up today. We'll be able to see all the models for all the announcements they made yesterday. So many things announced yesterday. We have all of this concept art, and they have a little slideshow going through all of the different things. One of the reveals was for Disney's Animal Kingdom, the new section that we're replacing Dinoland USA. They even have this really cool model out with the town. You have the casita for Encanto, and then in the back we have the Indiana Jones attraction. You come right next to it and they have a model of the casita from Encanto. We're supposed to be going inside it on a new attraction. And look, they even have the little candle burning in there. One of the announcements that got the biggest pop at the presentation was the Villains Land coming to Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. So they have this little like hype reel with the different Disney villains on it. And then here is the concept art for it, which looks absolutely insane. If it becomes anything like this, people are going to go nuts, and it's going to become instantly the most popular area in the parks. And then announced for Disney California Adventure Park is the new Avatar Land and attraction. This I'm super excited about. And we have a model of the land. That is cool. Look at that. You even have a little Na'vi sitting right there with a paintbrush. And in that expansion for Disney's Animal Kingdom Park, there is the carousel that they announced that's going to have a bunch of different Disney animals as a part of it that you can ride. And here's one of them on display. It's Kevin from Up. This thing looks beautiful. Can't wait to ride this. Coming to Disney Adventure World in Disneyland Paris, we have Pride Rock, the Lion King area to be brand new. This looks beautiful. We have a Splash Mountain type attraction there, and you can see Pride Rock on top. And announced for Disney's Hollywood Studios, we have the Monsters Inc. land, and there's a model of the new Monsters Inc. door roller coaster. This thing looks absolutely crazy. It's supposed to be the first ever suspended roller coaster ever in a Disney park. Well, that's all we have from the Convention Center for day 3 of D23 Expo. That completes the weekend here at the show floor. Man, that was very, very fun. We got a lot of stuff done today. We got some cool stuff. Went to Lorcana, got the promo card, got the box. We also were able to meet Bob Gurr, get that pop signed, and also just explore more of the show floor. Got a ton of pins today. They were giving away a ton of free pins. We picked up a good amount of those as well. So definitely just a really cool day and a really cool weekend. But now we're gonna finish it off by heading over to the Honda Center for the Legends ceremony. We have some absolute legends in the true sense of it tonight to see, like John Williams, like James Cameron, and even more. So that's gonna be a fun way to end this D23.
Walt Disney once said, "You can dream, design, and build the most wonderful place in the world, but it requires people to make the dream a reality."
Tradition of celebrating the innovators and icons who make the Disney dream a reality. The people behind the magic who inspire our sense of wonder through creativity, storytelling, and entertainment. This marks the 37th year we have given this award to the artisans who have left an indelible mark on the Walt Disney Company. And I'm super excited to be here, not just as your host, but as a member of the Disney family, and most importantly, as a fan just like all of you. It is the reason we're here at D23, one incredible community united by pixie dust. And because you are the greatest fans in the world, this year is bigger and better than ever before.
Thanks to all of you for joining us for this very, very special event. Now, before we get started, I want to take a moment to acknowledge our dedicated employees and cast members who helped bring this incredible weekend together, right? Galaxy far, far away. Okay, I can tell you're getting it. To treacherous ancient temples and the furthest reaches of the Sahara Desert. Maybe I should stop, I don't know. He has portrayed some of the most timeless heroes to ever appear on the big screen. But before he was the captain of the Millennium Falcon or a globe-trotting archaeologist, Harrison Ford was like so many aspiring actors who come to Hollywood in pursuit of their dreams. Now, while he had some early successes, it wasn't enough to make a living on, and he continued to work as a self-taught carpenter to pay the bills. He's probably still pretty good at that. Now that all changed when he landed the role of Han Solo in George Lucas's Star Wars and established himself as one of the most charismatic actors. He then caught the eye of Steven Spielberg, and in Indiana Jones, Harrison redefined the action hero, injecting his own unique brand of humor in the character that has won the hearts of audiences for over 40 years. Now, for those of us who have gotten to know Harrison and had the pleasure of working with him, what you quickly learn is that the charisma you see on the screen is real, and that's just who he is. He's a man of deep integrity, big-heartedness, with an incredible work ethic. And that dry wit isn't scripted either. It's precisely why he is such a cultural icon. It is with great pleasure that I present this award to a true Disney legend and a dear friend, Harrison Ford.
We work in collaboration. No matter who we are or what we're doing, we're working on an idea. I have the privilege of being a storyteller. an assistant storyteller. I have my part of the story to tell, but so does everyone else. But the stories are for you, about us, our common humanity. And to be able to work in that area is a privilege. We have a bond between us that's based on the quality of the product, and Disney produces great product.
Please welcome Lindsay Lohan.
I have been able to have the pleasure of working with Jamie Lee Curtis. And the magic of Jamie Lee Curtis is that she is timeless. Every character she plays is different, and she always brings something unique to the role. And I feel so blessed to have Jamie as a friend in my life. And I feel lucky to work with a woman that I admire so much. I think the character that I get to play in Freaky Friday, and one of Jamie's dearest friends is here. Please welcome Academy Award-winning Jodie Foster.
There are many things that my bestie Jamie Lee Curtis and I have in common. So we both grew up in this business, in this city, she the daughter of two famous movie stars, me the daughter in every bad television show. And you folks know their biggest girls rock connection. We were both in the Disney movie Freaky Friday, only they were sequels 20 years apart and we took opposite roles. So while her character got to blow bubbles and play guitar, I got to clutch my pearls and flirt with my father. Which is awkward. But that's how it was back then. Which is a refrain that Jamie and I sometimes trot out to explain why we are both so peculiar. But here are many of the absolutely freaky things that you may not know about her. You probably know. She eats dinner at 3 or 4 in the afternoon because Granny's asleep by 7:30. She gets up at 3 a.m., she saves the world, then she online shops a little, compulsively ordering useless things in every color. Although she did buy me the best bras I've ever owned. Thank you for looking out for my boobs. Ladies, thank you both. You know, it's not often that we all get to walk in each other's shoes. You know, that's the beauty of Freaky Friday. It's the idea of looking at the world from the other person's perspective. And we do it with each other, but we very rarely get to do it in life, in the movies, the way we get to do it in this, and it's extraordinary. You just mentioned the Disney in you and me. You know, it's the Disney in all of us. That's why we're here. It's the Disney in all of us. And the truth is, legends aren't born, they're created. And they're created and nurtured and taught and educated. And then they make art, and then we connect the art, and you make legends. You are the legends, because without you, none of this is possible. And so thank you to your Disney family, all of you there, all of the bright lights shining right now. Thank you.
It is such a great pleasure to be here tonight celebrating these extraordinary individuals. And the opportunity to introduce this next legend holds extra special meaning for me because I spent 6 seasons as her co-host. She is my dear friend, Kelly Ripa. Without a doubt, all of those mornings alongside her are one of the most meaningful chapters in my life. There is no better storyteller than Kelly. She has lightning-fast wit and brilliant comedic timing. Whether it be lighting up a fake cigarette as I rambled on with a story, feel free to have one now, or passionately protesting my enthusiasm about eating dinner at 4:51 p.m. Last night, you made me stay out till 8:30. Or simply taking any moment at any time and turning it into an adventure that always ends in a laugh. She is the best at what she does.
Kelly Ripa!
so much. And Ryan, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just so glad you finally found something else to host. I want to congratulate all of my fellow honorees. This feels surreal for me, and I want to thank Bob Iger for this truly magical experience. I've known Bob Iger, incidentally, for 35 years, and he has not aged a day in 35 years. So I just want to know what ride that is. To all of the D23 attendees, thank you for this. I know what you're thinking. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Why her? What has she ever done? She doesn't even go here. I love you too, but to you I say you sound just like my family. It is a very rare thing anybody can tell you in this industry to be employed consistently in this industry. But to be employed by the same company for 34 years is my great good fortune. I owe everything to Disney.
Picture this. It's 1969 in South Central Los Angeles, Compton Watts area. My last semester of high school, just before graduation. The high school counselor met with every student and their parent to talk to them about their college future. It was my turn for my mother and I to talk to the counselor. In the meeting, he told me that I needed to learn how to do something with my hands because I would never make it in corporate America. This was quite upsetting to the both of my mother and I, and when we left his office, I cried. When I got home, I went to my room and I cried again. My mother came to talk to me. She told me never to let other people determine your future.
Welcome the star of the world's most famous meme, Homer Simpson backs into hedge. Homer Simpson! Hello, D23!
Tonight we're here to honor writer, director, producer, James L. Brooks.
Here's Jim appearing as the Simpsons.
Ned, I'm James L. Brooks.
Oh, can I call you Jim?
James L. Brooks is good.
After making so many classic TV shows and Oscar-winning movies, Jim used to be just a regular legend. But tonight, Jim is a Disney legend.
How come I'm not a Disney legend? I'm like the Mickey Mouse of this whole deal.
You're the Mickey Mouse that shut up! Get back in the hedge!
I thought Disney was family friendly.
Get that famous...
Somebody call me George.
I think they're going to be fighting in the hedge for a while.
You little...
Help me, Bob Iger.
Hey, name out of your mouth!
Well, why don't we take a look at the greatest moments from Jim's career? Your choking hands are weak, old man.
Cut to the clips. For us to welcome one of James L. Brooks' oldest friends and dearest collaborators, Danny DeVito.
Disney legend, James L. Brooks.
Please join me in welcoming Disney legend, the masterful Colleen Atwood.
Thank you for this amazing honor. To be recognized as a costume designer among these giants of creativity is truly mind-boggling. In my life, I've had the myriad challenges of dressing legendary princesses, flying elephants, mermaids, and all the people who surround them.
Put your hands together for Pixar Animation Studios Chief Creative Officer Pete Docter. Pete, come on up.
Well, first of all, Frank, I'm sorry everyone else got famous presenters. Instead, you're stuck with the guy who does the little animations. So, I have been stressing about this for months. I have rewritten this introduction at least 80 times, and the little voices in my head say, should have gone for 81. But that's because I really want Frank to know the impact he's had in my life. In fact, it was Frank's work with the Muppets that got me inspired to get into this business. It's no stretch. It's no stretch to see the Muppets inspiration on Toy Story or Inside Out or any of the other films I've worked on. A mere mention of the name Grover. Yeah, see, everybody smiles. Everybody smiles. Fozzie Bear, Bert, Miss Piggy, Yoda. Each one of Frank's characters immediately stick with you as though you've known them forever, and then they deepen with surprising layers and vulnerabilities. Frank has truly created some of the very best characters in the history of entertainment.
I want to thank you for never being afraid to step outside the box, always staying true to yourself, and most of all for kicking butt no matter what, girl. Woo! You do it the best. Y'all put your hands together and welcome Disney legend Miley Cyrus.
On a little Disney legend secret. I'm the one that tells you what you're not supposed to know. And what I want to say is that legends get scared too. I'm scared right now. But the difference is we do it anyway. And all of you can do that every single day. It's legendary to be afraid and do it anyway. There is no such thing as failure when you try. That's the only way you lose. The way to win is to try.
This next presenter is here to honor comic book legend Steve Ditko. Sadly, we lost Steve in 2018, but thankfully his legacy lives on. I can think of no one more fitting to present this award than a visionary who's helping to keep Steve's legacy alive via the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Please welcome the president of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige.
Tobey Maguire. How about Andrew Garfield? And you know my friend Tom Holland? And of course you know Disney legend Stan Lee? Well, I have a feeling that you wouldn't know any of them if it wasn't for the character they all had in common, which of course was Spider-Man. And I know that you never would have heard of Spider-Man if it weren't for the next honoree who created Spider-Man, Steve Ditko. Steve Ditko was an incredible artist and creator and one of the original architects of the Marvel Universe. So much of the visual inspiration that you see in our movies comes right from the pages of those early comics that Steve drew. His style as an artist was instantly recognizable, unique, and groundbreaking, and his design for Spider-Man gave us what was probably the most beloved and iconic character of all time.
Please welcome Disney legends, the voice of Ariel, Jodie Benson, the voice of Belle, Ray Jogo, the voice of Gianna, Anika Noni Rose, the voice of Jasmine, Linda Larkin, and the voice of Mulan, Ming-Ya Wen.
Mark Penn is a brilliant animator with overflowing kindness and loyalty. He doesn't just design characters on paper. He creates images infused with passion, vulnerability, and authenticity that connect with people for generations. The journey to discovering Ariel together began with our friendship 37 years ago. And thanks to Mark Penn's vibrant imagination, Ariel will always be a part of our world.
Time to bring our dear friend to the stage. Please join us in welcoming way overdue Disney legend, Mark Penn.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Rodet.
Side or the natural side is engine, mind, all this stuff is real.
He just goes for it. Ladies and gentlemen, please warmly welcome the exquisite Zoe Saldana.
Buckle up, folks, because I'm going to tell you what it's like to work with the one and only James Cameron. We were filming this epic scene in Avatar, and I thought I was giving it my all, running like my life depended on it. But Jim, oh Jim, he takes off his headphones and he comes up to me and goes, "What is that? What was that? Do you call that running? That's not running, girl. You have to learn how to run." And just like that, my running career was over before it even started. But that's okay. I'm grateful to Jim for teaching me how to run like I'm in a marathon, because you were teaching me to be better. And I thank you for giving me the best gift a director can give an actor: job security. James Cameron.
Everyone, the phenomenal Ryan Coogler.
This is amazing, overwhelming. There's a lot of people out there
So I'm honored to be here with you guys, presenting this incredible honor to the great Angela Bassett. Join me in welcoming this queen, Disney legend, Angela Bassett.
When a group of people set out to make a film, they spend months in close collaboration. It's a process that is as rewarding as it is challenging. In all of my experiences making films, there's one part of the process, one all-important collaboration that has brought me a unique form of joy.
I've had the incredible privilege of knowing and working with John Williams throughout my entire career, beginning with the unforgettable score for Raiders of the Lost Ark. E.T., Jurassic Park, the beautiful and haunting hymns for Lincoln, and of course the iconic themes for Star Wars. John Williams' film scores have connected all of us across generations.
Think of Indiana Jones without the march that introduces him. Think of Princess Leia without the gentle flute that plays her on. Or the opening crawl of the Star Wars films without its incredible orchestra. For over half a century, each and every time John Williams composes a new score, he finds a way to imbue the film's story and characters with a timeless and essential quality. That's because John is a storyteller, and his language is exquisite music that touches our hearts and inspires our dreams.
John Williams.